Deployment pipeline, deployment tools, and overall architecture of buildings and testing, presented by Anuja R, APCSC, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. A deployment pipeline is a system of automated process designed to quickly and accurately move new code, addition and updates from version control to production. The main stages of deployment pipelines are version control, acceptance test, independent deployment, production deployment. Then version control is the first stage of pipeline. This occurs after a developer has completed writing a new code addition and committed it to a source control repository such GitHub. Second one is acceptance test. The stage is newly compiled code is put through a series of tests designed to verify the code against your term predefined acceptance criteria. The independence deployment stage, where it is automatically deployed to a development environment. The production deployment is the stage is similar to what occur in independent deployment. However, this is where code is made live for the user rather than a separate development environment. The benefits of deployment pipeline. The first one is teams are able to release new product updates and feature much faster. There is less chance of human error by eliminating manual steps. Then automating the compilation, testing and deployment of code allow developers and other DevOps teams members to focus more on continuously improving and innovating a product. Then troubleshooting is much faster and update can be easily rolled back to a previous working version. Production team can better respond to user want and need with the faster, more frequent updates by focusing on smaller releases as opposed to a large waterfall updates of past production system. Deployment pipeline tool. Making use of available tool will help to fully automate it and get the most out of your deployment pipeline. When first building a deployment pipeline, there are several essential tool categories that must be addressed, including source control, build compilation, then containerization, configuration management, and monitoring. A development pipeline should be constantly evolving, improving, and introducing new tools to increase speed and automation. Some of the deployment pipelines are Jenkins, Azure DevOps, CodeShip, and PagerDuty. The deployment pipeline architecture, the term application used simultaneously with the term component as defined by the well architect framework and other DPRA pipelines. The applications are the most common use case for a deployment pipeline. It will take source code, file test, static analysis, database development, configuration, and other code to perform build, test, deploy, and release the process. This pipeline encourages truck-based development, in which developers frequently avoid long-lived branches and regularly commit their changes to the truck. So this is the overall architecture of deployment pipeline. Then the modern deployment pipeline create the following business outcome. First one is automation. Everything necessary to build, test, deploy, and run an application should be defined as code. Code for pipelines, accounts, networking, infrastructure, applications or services, configuration, data security, compliance, governance, auditing, and documentation. Any accept inside and outside software system. Second one is consistency. The source code should only be built and packaged once. The packaged artifact should then be staged in a registry with appropriate metadata and ready for deployment to any environment. Then small batches. The pipeline should be constructed in such a way as to encourage the delivery of software early and often. This is accomplished by removing toil from the software delivery process through automation and fast feedback. Then authorization. As a part of a deployment pipeline, every merged code change has a fully automated build, test, publish, deploy, and release process run across all the environment. Then fast feedback automatically notify engineers as soon as possible of build test quality and security errors from deployment pipelines through the most effective means such as character or chat or email. Then always deployable. When an error occurs in the main line of a deployment pipeline, the top priority is to fix the build and ensure deployment uptime and remain in a healthy state before introducing any further changes. Then measured, provide real-time metrics for code quality, speed, security, and reliability are used. Then build and integration testing. It is the process of creating an executable artifact from input such as source code and the configuration. It is primarily consists of compiling source code and packaging all files that are required for execution. Once the build is complete, a set of automated tests are executed that test whether the integration with other parts of the system uncover any errors. The unit test can be repeated here to generate a history available more broadly than to a single developer. Build script. It is the integration tests are performed by a continuous integration server. The input to this server should be script that can be invoked by a single command. The practice ensures that the build is repeatable and traceable. Thank you.